Schinfeld with the introductions. He has just introduced Sammy Scaff. Let's pick it up.
Philadelphia, the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Tim Witherspoon.
So some respect for Tim Witherspoon here in Birmingham, England. Witherspoon's last fight was last month in Miami. Did not even get a workout, pounding one Larry Belfus in less than 90 seconds. The fight was stopped at 1:28 of round 1. I mentioned the recent problems of Sammy Scaff. He has been knocked out 3 of his last 4 fights. Not encouraging if you are Sammy Scaff.
No, it qualifies you as an opponent and gets you better and better opposition the more you get knocked out, apparently, at this level of boxing.
Scaff claims to be 6'7", Witherspoon at 6'3". Sammy more along the lines, perhaps, what, 6'5"?
Well, he used to be 6'7" before they threw knockouts, but he's now down to 6'5".
All right, this is round 1. And this is strictly tune-up work for Tim Witherspoon, who is looking for another quick ending against Scaff.
A lot of blubber on Tim Witherspoon. He's obviously, this is just a play fight for him. He has not gotten in shape or in condition.
Right, step back. Keep on the target. Hands up, gotta move.
Referee is John Coyle out of Birmingham. Scaff goes 6'7", 257 pounds with a reach of 79 inches. And Witherspoon unloading here in round 1. Scaff looking more like a tight end or a rebounding forward.
Only he doesn't have a helmet, and he's getting popped with straight right hand as Tim just sort of takes his shots and then unloads when he sees the opening. Witherspoon again here on an apparent vacation with a man with a suspect record, excuse me. Scaff's only chance was to come out winging. He's certainly trying to punch hard. He doesn't seem to have any steam on his punches.
And this is only the first round. And Witherspoon, who can bang to the body, is doing just that.
Scaff has a long pigtail down the back like a matador.
Oh, Scaff paused for a moment to adjust his punch, and Witherspoon with that right hand.
These people are such obvious difference in the quality of fighter that it's almost amazing that they license it. Tim Witherspoon, a man who fought and very well, almost became the title great right hand by Tim Witherspoon. Scaff now in trouble.
Yelling out of Witherspoon's corner, work the jab. You got to get some practice out of the jab.
And Scaff said, no, he's doing all right. Leave him alone, just the way he's doing.
Scaff, a one-time sparring partner for Greg Page. The Page's fight against Teddy Tosia, and he has been a sparring partner here in the first round.
Come out.
And this is round 2. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco from Birmingham, England. Tim Witherspoon in the white trunks. One-time WBC heavyweight champion. Just here for a tune-up against Sammy Scaff.
Sammy Scaff, a man who's working his way painfully into that category known in boxing as the opponent. That's a man that you're pretty sure you can beat when you make the fight, and you either use him to fatten your record or to tune up your fighter. And in this case, Witherspoon is doing both. He's tuning up and he's fattening his record.
And Scaff showing no semblance of a punch, and that's the case even in the first. And he put himself down, and then took the right hand from Witherspoon.
That's called defend yourself at all times.
And now holding Witherspoon. Witherspoon looked puzzled. As you said earlier, Tim Witherspoon not in the best of shape.
I don't think his attention span is really that long in this fight. It looks like he just gets interested in fighting and then loses interest and forgets it for a while. Any application of pressure and punching on Witherspoon's part, and it would be over.
And we have seen Witherspoon in terrific shape for some of his bigger fights. And he is an outstanding all-around athlete. But right now, you get the idea, is here to end it as quickly as possible, and he just hit on the break.
Witherspoon with a nice year ahead of him. There's 3 champions now, and I don't think 2 of them will touch him with a pole, but he has a chance to fight for the title again. He has been the world champion. He fought Larry Holmes to a standstill. He's one of the stars of the heavyweight division, no question about it.
Well, you wonder if Pinklon Thomas would have anything to gain by giving Witherspoon a rematch, although that was a close decision. The other guys out there are, of course, the new IBF heavyweight champion, Michael Spinks. And he may feel Witherspoon is too big for him. And then you have the WBA champ, Tony Tubbs. That would be the bout I would think that Witherspoon is looking for.
Absolutely, you're never going to see him in with Spinks. He is too big and too strong and too fast for Michael Spinks. And Pinklon has nothing to gain to fight him against. You're quite correct.
Final seconds, second round. And this is round 3. No knockdowns to this point. But Witherspoon had Scaff on the verge of going down a couple of times over the first 2 rounds. Tim Witherspoon, 27 years old. He'll be 28 in December. Out of Philadelphia. Grew up in the tough south side of Philly from a family of 4 brothers and 3 sisters. Brother Anthony is a light heavyweight boxer. Witherspoon attended Lincoln University in Missouri on a football scholarship. He was a tight end and then turned to boxing at the age of 21. So he began in the sport at a late stage.
And has done very well for himself. This round, apparently, his corner said, okay, enough playing around now. Start with the jab and start getting down to business. He's just been pot-shotting over the first 2, and he opened with a nice, impressive series of jabs.
Crowd reacting to the growling of Sammy Scaff.
Well, for the first time, he threw some punches that had real zip to him, did Sammy Scaff, and he growled with it. Witherspoon coming back with his own soundless punching, but his much more effective and stronger to the side.
Scaff looking to position Witherspoon in the corner.
Well, I tell you, Witherspoon can't just while away the round because he is in pitiful looking shape. I would hate to think that he's going to have to lug this guy over 10 rounds. If I were Witherspoon's corner, I'd start telling him the facts of life.
Scoring here under the British Boxing Board of Control is on the 5-point system, and the referee, John Coyle, is the sole arbiter. There is no mandatory 8, no standing 8. 3 knockdown rule has been waived. And the fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round.
Witherspoon throwing very heavy punches now, waiting for that one that'll connect. That'll put this mountain meat down, but Sammy having a much better third round than he had the first and second. Punching harder and leaning all over Witherspoon, which is what he should be doing.
Round 4 scheduled for 10. Sammy Scaff in the black trunks. Tim Witherspoon in the white.
Right! Step back. Let's go, baby. Step back. Ripping back, man.
And Witherspoon's corner would now like to see their man go to work, because suddenly Scaff showing some signs. Looked to have no punching power or desire to throw a punch hard in the first round.
He came on a little bit in that third round and is throwing punches at least a lot harder with more determination than he did in the first two.
Roundhouse right puts Scaff down. First knockdown of the bout. Referee John Coyle checks him over, and now he says, let's see, he's calling the fight. That's it. He felt that Scaff was defenseless, and it's all over. The winner is Tim Witherspoon. As mentioned earlier, the referee here in England, the sole arbiter, and he made the decision. He checked out the eyes of Sammy Scaff. He thought he was defenseless, and he said, that's it.
And rightly so. He should run over, should Sammy Scaff, and kiss the referee. He just avoided a big beating. Well done on the part of the referee.
And a look at the knockdown. The overhand right did it. Scaff going down just above us. And Tim Witherspoon in the red corner.
On the part of the referee.
And a look at the knockdown. The overhand. And a look at the knockdown. The overhand right did it. Scaff going down just above us. And Tim Witherspoon in the red corner.